Welcome, everyone, to our channel, the place where we dive deep into the real secrets to achieving lasting success in life. If you're like most people, you probably dream of a life filled with abundance, excellent health, strong relationships, and a sense of profound accomplishment. We are constantly bombarded with advice. Work harder, develop your talents, never stop learning. And while all of that is certainly true and valuable, there's one crucial element, a quiet powerhouse, that often gets overlooked. It's the foundational pillar upon which all great achievements are built, yet it's rarely championed with the same enthusiasm as talent or ambition. I'm talking about discipline. Discipline isn't a flashy topic. It's not the kind of subject that immediately sparks excitement or goes viral like a new hack or shortcut. But let me tell you, it is the secret engine that propels exceptional individuals far beyond the rest. It's the invisible force that transforms potential into tangible results, time and time again. So, what exactly is discipline? And why is it truly the number one secret that nobody seems to talk about in the mainstream success narrative? At its core, discipline is simply the ability to make yourself do what needs to be done, regardless of whether you feel like it, regardless of your mood, and even when motivation seems to have vanished into thin air. It's not about self-punishment or restriction in a negative sense. Instead, it's a steadfast commitment to the goals and values you've meticulously set for yourself. It's the consistent, unwavering action towards a better future, even when faced with immediate temptations or daunting difficulties. It is the quiet, daily heroism of choosing your long-term vision over short-term comfort. Think about it. In a world obsessed with instant gratification and quick fixes, the idea of consistent, sometimes uncomfortable effort can feel counterintuitive. Yet, every single person who has achieved anything truly significant, from world-class athletes and groundbreaking scientists to visionary entrepreneurs and compassionate leaders, possesses a profound understanding and application of discipline. They didn't just wake up one day with all their dreams fulfilled. They worked for them, day in and day out, guided by an unwavering internal compass of discipline. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about building a robust internal framework that allows you to navigate the inevitable challenges and distractions that life throws your way, always steering you back towards your chosen path. So, why is discipline so incredibly vital? Let's break it down into several powerful reasons, each one revealing a layer of its profound impact on our journey to success. First and foremost, discipline cultivates unparalleled consistency. Success, contrary to popular belief, doesn't emerge from a handful of grand, dramatic actions. It blossoms from countless small, seemingly insignificant efforts, diligently performed day after day. Consider the cumulative effect of waking up just 15 minutes earlier each morning to learn a new language, read a few pages of a transformative book, or engage in a gentle stretching routine. In isolation, these 15 minutes might feel negligible, almost pointless. But imagine extending that over a year, or even 5 years. Those consistent, deliberate actions compound, creating an enormous, almost unimaginable difference. Discipline is the invisible glue that binds these small efforts together, transforming them into powerful habits that become an integral part of your daily existence. It's the mechanism that ensures you don't just start good habits, but you sustain them, making them second nature. This consistency, in turn, opens doors to achievements and opportunities you might never have conceived possible. Let's delve a bit deeper into this concept of consistency. Picture two individuals aspiring to write a novel. One is immensely talented, capable of bursts of brilliant prose when inspiration strikes. The other is less naturally gifted but commits to writing just 500 words every single day, come rain or shine, inspiration or mental block. Who do you think finishes the novel? It's almost certainly the disciplined individual. Their consistent, albeit smaller, daily output quickly surpasses the sporadic, however brilliant, efforts of the other. The act of showing up, day after day, regardless of feeling, builds momentum. It builds a psychological framework that expects and executes the task. This doesn't just apply to creative pursuits. Think about financial success. Consistently saving a small percentage of your income, even when it feels like a drop in the ocean, leads to substantial wealth accumulation over time. The power of compound interest isn't just financial. It's a universal principle that applies to consistent action in every facet of life. Your health, your relationships, your skills, all improve exponentially through consistent, disciplined effort. It's the silent force multiplier of all your endeavors. When you practice discipline consistently, you are essentially programming your brain and body to automatically gravitate towards productive actions, reducing the mental friction often associated with starting difficult tasks. This creates a virtuous cycle where consistency fuels motivation, and motivation, in turn, makes discipline easier. The second vital reason discipline is so crucial is its formidable power in helping you conquer procrastination and the incessant deluge of distractions that define our modern world. We live in an era of unprecedented information overload and instant gratification. Our smartphones buzz constantly, social media feeds are engineered to hijack our attention, and a universe of entertainment is just a click away. Maintaining focus in such an environment is not merely challenging. It often feels like an uphill battle against an invisible current. This is precisely where discipline steps in as your unwavering shield. It's the internal governor that allows you to resist the seductive pull of social media notifications, the allure of another captivating series on streaming platforms, or the endless chatter of unproductive gossip when you absolutely need to concentrate on a critical task. Discipline hones your capacity for self-control, enabling you to make choices that align with your long-term aspirations, rather than succumbing to momentary desires or fleeting impulses. It's the deliberate act of choosing discomfort now for a greater reward later. Consider the deep work necessary to master a complex skill or complete an intricate project. Without discipline, it's all too easy to fall into the trap of shallow work, constantly context switching, and never truly diving into the cognitive heavy lifting required for significant breakthroughs. Discipline empowers you to block out the noise, create a focused environment, and dedicate your undivided attention to what truly matters. This isn't just about willpower. It's about building a systematic approach to managing your time and energy. It means proactively designing your environment to support your goals, rather than constantly fighting against your own impulses. For example, having the discipline to turn off your phone notifications during dedicated work blocks, or to designate specific times for checking email, prevents your focus from being fractured throughout the day. This focused intensity, born from discipline, leads to vastly superior productivity and the achievement of truly remarkable results that would be impossible in a state of constant distraction. It allows you to enter a state of flow, where deep work becomes not just possible, but natural, leading to higher quality output and a greater sense of accomplishment. The third, and perhaps most profound, reason for discipline's importance is its role as the indispensable bridge between your dreams and their reality, between your raw potential and concrete achievement. So many people harbor grand dreams. They possess immense potential, untapped talents, and brilliant ideas swirling in their minds. But the chasm between envisioning a future and actually building it is often vast and daunting. It is only those who possess and apply discipline who successfully traverse this chasm, transforming abstract aspirations into tangible accomplishments. Think of a legendary athlete. Their greatness isn't solely a gift of innate talent. Behind every record-breaking performance are literally thousands of hours of grueling, repetitive training, often in solitude, driven by an almost fanatical dedication to discipline. They push past physical pain, mental fatigue, and the temptation to quit, not because they always feel like it, but because their discipline compels them to honor their commitment to excellence. Similarly, a successful entrepreneur doesn't thrive merely on a groundbreaking idea. Their journey is paved with relentless persistence, long hours, countless rejections, and the unwavering resolve to keep working, keep learning, and keep iterating, even when faced with crushing setbacks and the tempting lure of easier paths. This isn't about glamorizing suffering. It's about recognizing that meaningful achievement almost always involves discomfort and overcoming obstacles. Discipline equips you with the mental fortitude to accept this discomfort, to push past psychological barriers, and to systematically break down ambitious, intimidating goals into concrete, manageable action steps. It's the process of consistently showing up, putting in the work, learning from failures, and adapting your approach. Without discipline, the most brilliant idea remains just an idea, the most exceptional talent remains largely undeveloped, and the most fervent dream remains just a wish. Discipline is the force that converts intention into action, and action into results. It's the engine that propels you through the messy middle, where most people give up, and ensures you stay on track until you reach your desired destination. Now that we've firmly established the profound importance of discipline, the natural question arises: how do we actually cultivate this invaluable trait? It might sound intimidating, but the good news is that discipline is not an inherent quality you either have or don't. It's a skill, a muscle, that can be developed and strengthened over time with consistent effort and the right approach. It starts with a foundational understanding that you are building something new, something powerful, within yourself. The most effective way to begin is to start small, incredibly small, and make it ridiculously easy to succeed. Don't fall into the trap of trying to overhaul every aspect of your life at once. That's a recipe for burnout and failure. Instead, identify just one specific area where you genuinely want to improve, and then choose a tiny, almost trivial action to take. For instance, instead of deciding you'll wake up 2 hours earlier and hit the gym every day, which is a massive leap, perhaps commit to waking up just 15 minutes earlier than usual, or spending 5 minutes tidying a small section of your home, or drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning. The goal here isn't the magnitude of the action, but the consistency of the action. You are building the habit of doing what you say you will do, which is the bedrock of discipline. These small wins accumulate, building self-trust and confidence, proving to yourself that you are capable of disciplined action. This incremental approach circumvents the brain's natural resistance to significant change, allowing new behaviors to become ingrained with less friction. It's about creating a positive feedback loop. You succeed at a small task, you feel good, and that positive feeling encourages you to repeat the behavior, gradually increasing the complexity and challenge over time. Next, it is absolutely essential to set clear, specific, and measurable goals, and equally important, to deeply understand your why. Vague aspirations like "I want to be successful" are almost useless. What does success look like specifically for you? Is it writing 1,000 words a day, running a marathon, learning a new coding language, or consistently saving a certain amount of money? Define your goals with precision. Make them tangible and trackable. This clarity provides a target, a destination for your disciplined efforts. But a target alone isn't enough to sustain you through the inevitable difficulties. You need a powerful why. Ask yourself, profoundly, why this goal is important to you. What values does it uphold? How will achieving it transform your life? What kind of person will you become? Your why is the ultimate fuel for your motivation, the internal fire that will keep you going when exhaustion sets in, when obstacles appear insurmountable, and when the desire to quit becomes almost irresistible. It's the emotional resonance that connects your daily, often tedious, disciplined actions to your ultimate vision. When you can articulate your purpose with conviction, it becomes far easier to make the disciplined choices necessary to move forward. For example, if your goal is to save money, a weak why might be "because I should." A strong why might be to provide financial security for my family and allow my children to pursue their dreams without debt, or to achieve financial independence so I can pursue my passion projects without worrying about income. The latter is far more compelling and will activate your discipline much more effectively. Third, establish robust routines and commit to sticking with them. Human beings are creatures of habit, and our brains crave predictability. By consciously designing and implementing routines, you effectively automate desirable behaviors, reducing the need for constant willpower and decision-making. Think of a morning routine: waking up, meditating, exercising, and then preparing for work. When these actions become a sequence you follow almost automatically, you conserve mental energy that would otherwise be spent deciding what to do next. This is where discipline shines, transforming individual actions into an interwoven tapestry of productive habits. For example, if your goal is to read more, instead of hoping you'll find time, integrate it into your routine. Place a book next to your bed and commit to reading a few pages every night before you go to sleep. Or, if you want to exercise, schedule it into your calendar just like an important meeting and treat it with the same level of commitment. Routines create a sense of order and control, which can be incredibly empowering. They build a scaffolding for your discipline, making it easier to perform the necessary actions even when your motivation is low. The key is consistency, even on days when you don't feel like it. The more you adhere to your routine, the more ingrained it becomes, transforming from a conscious effort into an almost automatic response. This makes your disciplined actions less draining and more sustainable over the long term. Fourth, proactively eliminate distractions from your environment. In our modern world, distractions are everywhere, insidious and relentless. Discipline isn't just about doing what you need to do. It's also about not doing what will pull you off track. This requires conscious effort in designing your physical and digital surroundings to support your goals. When you need to focus on a critical task, turn off phone notifications, close unnecessary tabs on your computer, or even use website blockers if necessary. Create a dedicated workspace that is tidy and conducive to concentration. Inform family or housemates about your focus time to minimize interruptions. It's about creating a personal bubble of productivity where your discipline can thrive unchallenged. This might mean having designated deep work hours where you are completely unreachable, or even adopting a digital detox period each day. By proactively removing the temptations that derail your focus, you make it significantly easier for your disciplined self to take charge. This isn't about being antisocial or disconnected. It's about being intentional with your attention and energy. By minimizing the opportunities for distraction, you reduce the need to constantly exert willpower, making your disciplined efforts more efficient and less fatiguing. This proactive approach to managing your environment is a hallmark of truly disciplined individuals who understand the power of shaping their surroundings to support their goals. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, practice patience and self-compassion. The journey of cultivating discipline is not a linear one. There will be days when you falter, when you succumb to temptation, when you miss a routine, or when you simply don't feel like pushing forward. This is not a sign of failure. It's a natural part of the human experience. The crucial difference lies in how you respond to these inevitable slip-ups. Instead of dwelling on guilt or self-criticism, which can be demotivating, simply acknowledge the lapse, learn from it, and gently guide yourself back on track. Tomorrow is always a new opportunity. Every single time you choose to act in a disciplined way, even after a setback, you are actively strengthening your discipline muscle. It's a continuous process of practice, refinement, and perseverance. Be kind to yourself, understand that progress is gradual, and celebrate the small victories. The power isn't in never failing, but in consistently getting back up and resuming your chosen path. This resilient mindset is fundamental to long-term success in building discipline. It allows you to view setbacks not as failures, but as valuable learning opportunities, reinforcing your commitment rather than undermining it. It's a testament to your resolve and your unwavering dedication to the vision you hold for yourself. To recap, discipline is not some mystical formula available only to a select few. It is a fundamental skill, accessible to everyone, that can be learned, practiced, and profoundly strengthened over time. It is the bedrock upon which every single form of success is built, from achieving peak personal health and flourishing in your career, to cultivating deeply meaningful and lasting relationships. When you consciously choose to integrate discipline into your daily life, you're not just moving closer to your goals. You are actively building a stronger, more capable, and more resilient version of yourself. You become a person who is confident, powerful, and truly in control of their own destiny. It's about self-mastery, a profound sense of agency over your own actions and ultimately, your own life's direction. Imagine a life where you consistently follow through on your commitments, where procrastination is a rare visitor rather than a constant companion, and where your daily actions are powerfully aligned with your deepest values and aspirations. This is the promise of discipline. It's not just about ticking off tasks, it's about crafting a life of purpose, meaning, and profound satisfaction. It's about recognizing that true freedom doesn't come from doing whatever you want whenever you want. It comes from having the discipline to do what is necessary to create the life you truly desire. It's the freedom of choice, the freedom from regret, and the freedom to pursue your highest calling. This internal shift, this cultivation of inner strength, spills over into every area of your existence, elevating your capacity to achieve, to connect, and to thrive. You become a person who not only achieves their goals but also inspires others to do the same, simply by living as an example of consistent, purposeful action. So, I urge you, don't wait for motivation to strike like lightning. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the easiest path. Start cultivating discipline today, in the smallest, most manageable ways. Choose that one tiny action, commit to it, and execute it consistently. The ripple effect will astound you. You will begin to witness a remarkable transformation in your life, not just in your external achievements, but in your internal landscape, in your confidence, and in your overall well-being. This journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Thank you so much for joining me in this discussion today. Remember, the true secret to success isn't just talent, luck, or even sheer ambition. It is the unwavering, quiet power of consistent discipline. Embrace it, nurture it, and watch as your potential transforms into reality. If you found this video insightful, please hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more content like this, and share your thoughts on discipline in the comments below. What small disciplined action are you going to commit to today? We'd love to hear about your journey. Until next time, keep striving, keep growing, and keep building that incredible discipline within you.